Welcome to Pursuing Travel with the Millers, Texas History Travel. Today we're going to go over the Battle of Coleto Creek, also called the Fannin Battleground, and take a tour of what the site's like today. In 1835 and 1836, there was a lot of angst amongst Texian settlers in Mexico. Battle of Gonzales had occurred, and later in 1836, Colonel James Fannin took over the Presidio La Bahia site in Goliad, Texas, that had around 9 cannons and was a fortress. Well, after the fall of the Alamo, and with the advance of Mexican General Jose de Urrea, the Texian troops, who had been ordered by Sam Houston a little while before to leave Presidio La Bahia and Goliad, left in the morning of March 19th. They had not gotten too far from Presidio La Bahia when they were surrounded by the lead elements, the cavalry of General Urrea. The Texian troops under Fannin were caught out in the open, so they formed a square defensive position with their wagons and their 9 cannons and ranks 3 deep as they tried to fight off General Urrea's army. His cavalry was the first to catch up and attacked, and then following shortly by some of his lead infantry. The Texians repulsed his army multiple times in a variety of assaults. Later that night, the fighting still continued with sharpshooters, and then General Urrea's artillery arrived. The Texans, without having water and other supplies, decided to surrender. Texians were then moved back to Presidio La Bahia. Many years later, in 1894, a giant gin screw was put where the battlefield was, and it still marks it to this day, where the center of the Texian square position was. Today, the Fannin Battleground is run by the Texas Historical Commission, and it is free to visit. It's halfway in between Goliad and Victoria, and is a wonderful place to visit to see the history. It's nice and quiet. You can see where the Texian positions were, which is partially within the battleground, as there's private property across the street, and there's also memorials to the battle itself, where you can see where the cries that were screamed at the Battle of San Jacinto in April of 1836 came from this area, calling the Remember the Alamo in San Antonio and Remember Goliad. There's more than just the nice, relaxing battlefield that you can visit. They also have picnic areas, a bandstand that has been around for many, many years. Of course, they also have restroom facilities. But one of the nicest areas is a relatively recently redone by the Texas Historical Commission museum that goes through not just the Battle of Coleto Creek, but also goes through the history of the Texas Revolution, starting with the Battle of Gonzales, and it does a great job talking about all of the different places things that led up to this particular battle, and what the aftermath of the battle was, which we will talk about in a different video. Most of the pictures that I've included in my explanation are from this wonderful museum and Presidio La Bahia, which is also run by the Texas Historical Commission. It's well worth going out and visiting the Battle of Coleto Creek, and then also heading into Goliad to visit Presidio La Bahia and other historic sites. Thanks for watching. Visit our website and tune in for another Texas history travel video.